let's see how time bar buttons work. So this is timeline. Here you can see a time bar where few buttons are given. So this is play button. Using this button we can play the animation on canvas itself. Well, this is next frame button. As you know very well that in a second there are 24 frames. So if you want to move to next frame, then you can click on this button. Same way, this is previous frame button. Then this is last frame button. Same way, this is first frame button. So if you want to move to first frame directly, then you can click on this first frame button. Now this is known as keyframe. So here this is next keyframe button. You can create few frames as keyframes, and if you want to move from keyframe to keyframe, then you can click on this button. So it will move the cursor to the next keyframe. Same way, this is previous keyframe button. So these are the buttons situated in time bar. Now we will identify few buttons. Which is the first button. This is known as animate editing mode is off button. Then the next is animate editing mode is on button. This is play button. Then you can see this is previous frame. This is next frame. Now this is first frame or beginning. Same way, this is last frame or end. Now this is previous keyframe button. Then it is next keyframe button. Now these two buttons we have seen previously in first chapter. So the first one is artwork, that is used in OpenOffice Writer program. So that is known as font work icon, and this is stop button in sound recorder. Now animate editing mode button. On the right side of the time bar, a green button is displayed. So you can see a small image is given at the bottom right corner. So that symbol is known as, that green symbol is known as animate editing mode. It will be visible if you have non-zero end time. So click on this button, turns into red button, and canvas displays a red outline. So when you click on this button, it will show you red outline as seen here. It means that now recording has been started, and you can see the icon has been changed. So now whatever you do, that will get recorded. Remember, in animated mode, whenever a parameter of an object is changed, a waypoint is created. So whatever changes you make, for example, if you move circle, or if you change the size of a rectangle, whatever it may be, it means you are going to change, you are changing the parameter of an object. So whenever you change any parameter, it will show you a waypoint. Here you can see a waypoint is given. This is a diamond symbol. A waypoint is a diamond symbol. The waypoint remembers the change in the position and the time on the slide, on the time slider at which the change happened. So wherever, on which frame the change is happened, it will show you a waypoint there. So after creating a synfig file, you need to save the file. For that you have to click on caret file save option, or you can also press Ctrl+S. It will display a choose file name to save as dialog box where you can give file name. So here we have given name circle. It automatically takes extension .sifz, remember, and below that it shows save in folder option, from where you can change the folder where you want to save your file. So after giving file name and selecting proper location, you can click on save button to save your file. So it asks you to give a file name. Give a file name as you wish. The extension of a file will be .sifz, and this is compressed format, remember, and then press save to save the file. Now the next option is rendering a file. So whatever animation we have created, for that we can create a GIF file. Render option allows us to convert a synfig animation into any other file format, such as GIF animation. Remember, the full form of GIF is graphical interchange format. It is a small animation file. To render a synfig animation, select caret file render option. So whatever animation you have created, you want to convert it into small GIF file. And when you create a GIF file, then no need to start that file in a particular synfig or any other software. A GIF file can automatically display animation without any software support. A render settings dialog box appears here. So when you select caret file render option, it will display a dialog box like this. So here a target option is given where you can specify the file name. Here we have given synfig animation1.png. Then target option, from there you can select synfig, from there you can select GIF option. So you can give any file name, then from target option you can select GIF option. Change the file extension from PNG to GIF in the file name toolbox. So you can see previously it was png.png. Instead of that we have changed here and given .gif. So select GIF option from the target in place of auto, and then click on render button to create a GIF animation. So here, after giving the options, you can click on render button as shown here. So it will take some time and create GIF file of your animation. Now let's see how to create a keyframe. An existing frame can be made keyframe by clicking on plus button situated in keyframes panel. Now where the keyframes panel is situated, it is situated inside horizontal panels group. This button is known as add new keyframe button. So this is horizontal panels group. You can see here a keyframe panel is shown by a key sign. You can see the third sign is given, that is keyframes panel. When you click on keyframes panel, it will show you a plus symbol at the bottom left corner. So this button is known as add new keyframe button. So first of all you have to click on any frame and then you have to click on this plus button. So it will convert your simple frame into keyframe. So this is add new keyframe button, you can see here. Now we will see how to create animation through keyframe. So create a rectangle on canvas, create a circle as shown below. Now time to 2 seconds. So here we have created one rectangle, as you can see, black color rectangle. Then on that we have created one circle of green color. Now as previously we have seen, from caret edit properties option you can change from 5s to 2s seconds. So our animation we have set to 2 seconds. Now make animate editing mode on. So that green button, you have to click on that button, so it will turn into red button. It will show you red colored border. It will convert it into animate editing on mode button. Now click on 0f in time bar to make it keyframe. So after starting animation, you have to click on 0f and then you have to click on that plus button. So click on add new keyframe button to make it keyframe. Similarly, make 1s and 2s as keyframes as given below. So here this is horizontal panels group, you can see, and the third button given, that is a key symbol. This panel is known as keyframes panel, and here you can see a plus button is given at the bottom left corner. So you have to click on that button. So when you want to make a particular frame to keyframe, so first of all click on that particular frame and then you have to click on plus button. So here 0f, 1s and 2s, these 3 frames we have made keyframes. Keyframes panel. After creating keyframes at 0f, 1s and 2s, the keyframes panel looks as below. As you can see here, it shows 3 options: 0f, 1s and 2s, and there are 4 columns. You can see time, length, jump and description. So keyframes panel shows following options. The first is time. It indicates the start time of keyframe, so from where the keyframe has been started. So here it shows 0f in the first. Length, it indicates the duration, so how long it remains keyframe. Then jump, it is a link used to jump to correct time. And the last one is description, helps user to describe frame detail. So you can click on description option and you can write something there. So this way, in a keyframe it shows 4 options: time, length, jump and description. Now if you want to create duplicate keyframe, means the one you have created keyframe, from that you need to create another keyframe. So click on the any keyframe which you want to create keyframe in timeline, and then select existing keyframe and click on duplicate keyframe button. Now here you can see duplicate keyframe button is given exactly at the right side of plus button. This is duplicate keyframe button. So first of all you have to select any keyframe and then you have to click on duplicate keyframe button to create a duplicate keyframe. Using time loop. Time loop can be used to repeat a portion of an animation till end time. So create a circle on canvas, then create a simple animation of moving circle from left to right and again on left side in between 2 seconds. Now set the end, that is 2 seconds. Now right click on circle layer and select new layer, other time loop option as given here. you can see inside new layer other option is there, and inside other option you can select time loop option. A time loop layer is seen in the layers panel. So this way you can repeat a small portion of your animation for several times. Now in parameters panel, duration we have changed to 2 seconds, 2s. So set the duration parameter in params panel to 4s. The animation of 2s is repeated to twice to accomplish 4s and time. So previously we have given 2s. Now the same thing, duration we are changing from 2s to 4s. It means, see, the actual time was 2 seconds, so it will repeat 2 seconds twice. So this way we can repeat our animation using time loop. Using ducks. A duck is a handle that is used to control some parameter of a layer. For example, as we have seen earlier, a circle contains two ducks, position duck and radius duck. So you might have seen in circle it shows two small circles. These 2 points are known as ducks. The one that is given on center, that is known as position duck, and the other one that is given on outline border, that is known as radius duck. So using position duck we can change the position of circle, and using radius duck we can change the radius of circle. It means you can either increase or decrease the size of circle. So this is position duck and this is radius duck. Position duck is used to change the position of a circle. Same way radius duck is used to change the radius of a circle. Actually there are various ducks available. So ducks can be made on off from the toolbar given at the top of the Synfig window. It shows a toolbar. Ducks come in different colors and they have specific meaning. So here in Synfig, in toolbar you can see various ducks. This is position duck. Then the next is vertex duck. At the right side of vertex duck it is tangent duck. Then radius duck is given. You can see width duck, and the last one is angle duck. So all these are the ducks. These are the handles. Using these ducks we can change the parameters. So either you can move, or you can change the size, or you can change the width. All these options are available using ducks. Ducks are also known as toggle buttons because they are like on off buttons. The button which comes in on off condition, it means when you click on it once it will become on, again when you click on that button it will become off. So such buttons are known as toggle buttons. So various ducks with their colors. Position duck, that is green color, and that is used to change the object's position. Another is radius duck, that is in blue, light blue color, and that is used to change the object's radius. If it is rectangle, then you can change the length and width. Vertex duck, that is orange color. Tangent duck, that is yellow color. Width duck, you can change the width. So remember, it increases the width of a border. And the last one is angle duck, that is dark blue color, and it is used to change the angle of a an object. So now few questions regarding Synfig. Dash is the sequence of images displayed one after the other in a given time frame. Well, that is animation. The animation created by making changes in each and every frame is called dash animation. Well, that is called frame by frame animation. Then the text, picture or any other thing displayed on a canvas is commonly known as, well, it is known as object. Then animation created using twinning is also known as cell animation. Remember, cell animation. Now 4 options are also there in question. In which type of animation each small change in the image is created and then displayed in sequence? Well, that is known as kinematics animation. Then what is the default end time in properties dialog box? Remember, default time is 5 seconds. Then what is the full form of FPS? Don't remember your physics here. It is frames per second. By default, each second is divided into how many frames? Well, that is 24 frames. A dash is a frame in which changes to an object's properties are defined. So that is keyframe. Then when animate editing mode is on, if a user makes any changes in an object's parameters, it is remembered by creating dash. History, points, waypoints or tools? Well, the answer is waypoints. By default, each second is divided into how many frames? This has come again. Okay, so now